Alright guys, I'm gonna make a video about it. Sometimes I write the script, and sometimes the script is written for me. How could the biggest cycling Fondo event in New South Wales get cancelled 1 hour before starting? What did I do? What happened? Who done it? Who didn't done it? I'm gonna go through everything in this video. And whilst the story I'm about to tell you is my own, I think everyone who attended the event learned something about themselves and also the human condition. But we can't start the story halfway through. We have to go all the way to the start. Morning guys, and welcome to another video. So today is Bowral Classic. This is super exciting. I haven't done a classics event for like 3 years, I think. So it's been a long time. Today is going to be a really fun one though. We're going to drive down to Bowral. It's about an hour and 50 minutes to get there. We're going to hang out there for a day, and then we've got Bowral Classic tomorrow. So we've got an action-packed weekend. I'm going to bring you guys along with me for the whole thing. And one thing I'm trying to work on personally is I'm trying to get better at talking to the camera. I'm still a bit self-conscious about it. I feel like I never flow and say the right things. So I'm going to try and work on it a bit more. I've been kind of using voiceovers to cop out of it a lot. But yeah, this is something I'm going to work on this weekend. I'm going to hope that it makes the vlogs a bit more personal, makes you guys feel like you're along for the journey a bit more. So yeah, let's do that. This is going to be a tight fit. I can always fit 2 bikes in the back of my car, but fitting 2 bikes, bags, camera equipment, and tools is going to be a lot harder. You always got to have a good playlist. There is no such thing as a road trip without a good playlist. Alright everyone, we just made it to Bowral, and the plan is to go for a little shakeout ride. We're going to collect our bibs as well, and then something very exciting has happened. The event organisers have told me that Pastries CC is the biggest cycling club that have signed up, so they're going to put on a little event for us, which I'm really stoked about. They're going to give us some free pastries. And here's our Regos. The shakeout ride was a good opportunity for people who'd come down for the whole weekend to get an extra ride in. The plan was to do 50 kilometers, and there's actually quite a lot of elevation in this area, so it's going to be just under 1,000 meters of elevation. Not the easiest shakeout ride in the world. But it gave us a really good opportunity to see some of the scenery that we're going to see tomorrow on the big ride, and we got to go on some roads that we weren't going to go on tomorrow. Just straight off the bat, I was amazed by the beautiful green landscapes, the rolling hills, all the cows and the cattle. It was just awesome. And while it did rain at the very end of our shakeout ride, we made it back to town, not too worse for wear, and we went to Gumnut Patisserie, and they gave us free pastries. They had boxes and boxes of pastries for us, and my favourite one was the creme brulee croissant. The owner, Michael, he said that this was his favourite one as well, and I was absolutely amazed by this. I eat a lot of pastries, but this one definitely made the benchmark higher. It was crispy on the outside, the layers of the pastry were soft on the inside, and then filled in the middle was this delicious creamy creme brulee centre with perfect caramelization on top. Poking out. Alright, we're going to head to our accommodation now, check in, have a shower, clean up, make ourselves presentable, and then we're going to hang out for a bit and go to dinner. Luckily, my companion for the weekend, Richard, had booked us some really nice accommodation at Pepper's. This is like an old heritage house on a golf course, and it was really beautiful. We spent a little bit of time walking around the immaculate gardens, admiring some of the local wildlife, and checking out the facilities before going out for dinner with some of our crew at the pub. We had a good time, but we made sure not too good of a time because we need to wake up at 5 AM to make sure that we're at the starting line meeting our group before 6 o'clock.
That is not a street light. That is the moon shining through the window, blasting my face all night.
So I'm in the middle of getting ready, and I just get a text message. It's 5:15, and it says, the Bowral Classic is cancelled. What? We're about to meet at the park in like 30 minutes.
To say that people were confused is an understatement. People who have been driving down from Sydney are already halfway to Bowral. Everyone who's come up from the weekend is probably getting ready right now. And we all get a text message saying that the event is cancelled. The first reaction from everyone is that this is a prank. How could this be? That initial reaction of confusion soon changed to a little bit of frustration, and there's definitely some people who were not happy. But from my perspective, we were at a fork in the road. We had an important decision to make. The text message said that we could ride at our own risk, so we could either pack our bags, put our bikes back in the car and just head back to Sydney, or we could just give it a crack anyway. No prizes for guessing what we chose to do. The morning air was chilly, but was broken by a pink sunrise coming over the green hills. It lit up the beautiful vineyards and grazing land around Bowral. And as we rolled out of town, we all had smiles on our faces as we took it in. And we weren't the only ones to do it. I think every single person who'd driven down or stayed at Bowral had decided to do the route too. Maybe it's sunk cost fallacy, maybe it's just part of a cyclist mentality where we just want to get out there and do what we plan to do. But it was just awesome to see everyone out and about regardless of the circumstances. Now, do I have opinions about the cancellation? I do, and I'll talk about them later. But for now, we've got 150 kilometers on the road ahead of us, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the course profile. Because this is not an easy course, this is a challenging ride. Over the 150 kilometers, there's 2,400 meters of elevation. Included within that is 3 KOM sections with nasty climbs. 2 of them are short and very sharp, but there's a climb in the very last 5 kilometers of the event, which is Mount Gibraltar. This is a ride where you definitely want to be riding with a group. The time spent in the draft is invaluable for saving energy over such a long event, and luckily for me, I was surrounded by heaps of my friends and we're all riding together.
Let's go! You made it! The first KOM! Alright, I'm at the top of the first KOM and man, that got my lactate going. Really, really steep climb. There's no flat bits in it, no respite. Oh, that was an effort. Pogacar, let's go. So, it's happening. But the thing is, there's no on-course commissaires. I think what they've done is the police have just tried to backfill because there's heaps of police motorbikes out and about. Overall, feelings are good. Everyone's pretty happy. We're trying to roll together as a cohesive bunch. Everyone's trying to make the best out of the day. That sounds good. Team captain.
As we look up at the stars in the sky, did we ever stop and wondered why we let our love shine all through the night? Just you and me, babe, until the morning light. The morning light. Come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. Just what I like to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, keep dancing. We stay up until the morning light. The morning light.
Alright, let's address the elephant in the room. Why was the event cancelled? Well, traffic management didn't turn up. When people asked the police what the reason was for this, they said that they got the date wrong. They thought it was the next weekend. How could a mistake like that happen? Some nosy people managed to dig up the traffic management plans and the road occupancy licenses, and there are 43 locations requiring traffic management. Just a little back of the envelope calculation. This traffic management contract would have been in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. All the documentation, everything had the correct date on it. So what went wrong? Some things can only be explained by human error. The traffic contractor owned up to the mistake, They put out this public statement here where they said they made an indefensible mistake. But I think the fact of the matter is sometimes these things just happen. These things which we think are impossibilities can happen just because humans make mistakes. Now, my feelings go out to the event organisers. I know they've spent almost a whole year planning this, and to have it go sideways at the last minute could only be the most stressful experience ever. But if any of you guys who work for the Classics are watching this video, just know that this cyclist here is really keen to support you guys. I'm happy to go to Barrel Classic next year. I'll be using my refund money from this event to buy my ticket for next year, and I'm super keen to get back out there. Time flies when you're having fun, and that is no exception on this route. Somehow over 100 kilometers has gone by and we are well into that last third of this course. I was struggling a little bit though because there was no feed stations. I was relying entirely on gels, and I think after this event I couldn't even look at a gel because I ate them straight for 7 hours.
This is precarious. Oh my gosh. Nice work, guys.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Tough, man.
Oh, I imagine. It's alright. Suffer together. Say some French to my voice.
C'est vraiment terrible. Oh là là.
Zout!
J'en peux
Zout!
plus. J'en peux plus.
Sacre bleu.
Pourquoi on fait ça?
Ah.
And just like that, we made it to the final challenge, Mount Gibraltar. It's only 3.8 kilometers long, but it felt like forever, and the gradient isn't even that steep. But with that many kilometers in my legs, my stomach is just hungry for some salty food, anything that is not a gel. And the sun's starting to get hot. This was definitely my biggest challenge. I didn't bother trying to keep up with the other guys. I just found a tempo and a power that I was happy to tap out, and I just slowly grinded my way to the top.
I think I'm about halfway up the climb now. And look how beautiful and picturesque this is. Green hedges, beautiful big trees, giving us some shade. Beautiful lawn. Oh. I wish this was earlier in the course. Can't really enjoy it right now. And that's it, Mount Gibraltar done. All downhill to the finish line. Oh, we are toasty as hell. Woo! Let's roll back to start. We're back, and the event village is still here.
Where's the post up? Where's the post up?
Hey boy, well done, Joshy.
Hey, thank you, mate. Thank you.
Congratulations. You
Thanks
lost
to
that really expensive light back there.
I know. I need to go grab it.
Someone out there must have been listening to all my moaning and groaning, because when we got back to the event village, the event organisers decided to make all the food and drink free. So not only are they refunding everyone's tickets, but they shouted everyone a free lunch afterwards. I went and got a pulled beef burger, a sausage roll, and a can of Coke, and I sat in the shade and I just ate. So in conclusion, if there were two things I were to take away from this event, number one is that human error can always happen, just as a fact of life. And number two is that you have a choice when these things happen. You don't have to let it define you and let it ruin your weekend. You can just get out there, go and have some fun, and set out to do what you originally planned. So to everyone who did the Barrel Classic this year and who went ahead and did the course, kudos to you. So whilst the day may have started as a bit of a failure, I think it ended as a success. Take care guys, that is the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Get home safely.
Bye.